Hello everyone, and welcome to Sound Equals Concept Remaster Live FINALE. Hello, I'm Alex. Tonight we're going to be remastering Sound Equals Concept 3, all the way through, all 5 tracks. Stick around, it may be a bit of a long one, but maybe not too long because I think they're actually in pretty good shape. So I'm going to quickly test my audio. We have audio. Okay, and I think I've had some time to test things, and I think I have it set up where it will work. Okay, I'm going to resync my audio. I think I'm back. I'm gonna set this up quickly. Hopefully that works. That should be good. This is what I get for messing around to try to get the settings better. And then, what do we have here? Okay, I'm gonna double check. Okay, now I think it's working. Preparation 100. So, yes. So here's our harp line. These overlap. I don't love that. Let's just give it a listen, and I will take a look through these tracks quickly. Great. Here we go. Thank you. Okay, so that's Cloud Theme. This, okay, it has some competition. This may be my favorite track out of all of Sound Equals Concept, just because it's not the most flashy, it's not the largest, it's a little bit repetitive, but I knew what I was going for with this track, and it sounds exactly like how it's supposed to sound in my mind. And that's hard to do for me. So, first, whoa. That wasn't what I wasn't. that wasn't what I meant to do. Let's start with this. Grab all these. That's weird. How about all these? Okay, we'll mess with that later. So, harp line is the main part, and then it has these chords that build underneath it. On pianos and strings, there's a nice little bass line. It's very subtle. It's supposed to feel very bright, so I didn't want too much bass on it. But there's a little bit of bass that keeps it grounded, I think. Some nice chords here, like really heavy. That's kind of the lowest point. And then it comes in with this melody and strings, and it just gets kind of ambient in this moment. This is a nice part. I like how the harmony recontextualizes the melody. So yeah, let's see how we can, what the best way to figure this out is. So let's just move this all over. And then grab this. Can we do that? We can. Okay, and then we'll just drag a little extra bit there. Trim that. Put that there, and then we'll join these. That's what we're going for. These are all just duplicates, and then they're panned left and right, so that it has a really wide sound. We're actually going to zoom in. I remember we did this on a different track. What did we do on that track? I even have to look back to see which one it is. Basically, if we pull this one back, I think it'll get a better flam. I don't know if you actually use that for anything besides drums, but that's what I think of it as being a flam. And it's called Flam in Logic, so I'm gonna run with that. So we'll just bring everything a little bit early. We have a half bar there, that's okay. Yeah, because it loops on a 2-bar phrase. And then we're actually gonna save that. I'll do this one manually so we don't lose the automation. Which gives it a nice little fade at the end. Whoa. I'm on the drum track. Just realized that. It doesn't make a difference, but sounds cool to press that one. Ah. Okay, it sounds really weird now because everything's out of sync. We'll quickly fix that. These are all the same. So these are just strings left and right. We'll check out the harmony soon too. I think that'll be good to look at. I actually, I've been planning these tracks from the beginning, and they were all of Sound Equals Concept was made kind of in unison. So it's not like this is the latest iteration, but since it came out last, I had more time to finesse it, basically. So there are parts of it, oh, that worked. That's nice. There are parts of it that are more complete, especially this last one. I worked a lot more on the production. So Sound Equals Concept 3 is pretty set the way it is. So we can work with some of these metric things. We can tune up a few elements with some new wisdom. Hey, hello! Thank you. We're working on Cloud Theme. Turns out I made the whole thing wrong. Just technically, actually I don't think it'll change how it sounds, except we'll just align it in the right spot. So let's actually listen through here. I think we want another one there. Oh. Undo that. that because this is not in the right spot yet. Keep. Okay, let's drag that over. Mark it there. And it just goes back and forth. It goes up, but then it goes down. Just really simple, but effective, I think. Back and forth. Drop it there. Okay. Is that better? I think that's better. Okay, so tiny change. And it's going to sound better once we actually fix the drums. So let's actually take a look at our pattern here. So we have 4 different drums going, but 3 of them are the same. We have the After Party kit, which is the first electronic kit I started working on. So just some silly toms and a snare, or not a snare, a hat. Prismatica, we have the kick. I don't know if I like that kick being where it is. We have a different sort of hat, electronic hat, and then a soft hat. Very simple. I think, yeah, I think all of these just move back. And that's where it lines up, right? Maybe not. I'm gonna be careful about this so I don't mess it up. And I didn't select all of it. Take all of it. I think it goes here, and I'm just gonna listen for this little fill. Okay, so that's right. These are just throwing me off. So, the kick really ought to go there. And these, let's just get rid of the first one. Drag them all here. It's better like that. No, that's not how it goes. It's supposed to go like this, but there shouldn't really be a first one there. And then I plan to, that's a good question. I was going to talk about this at some point during the stream. Maybe toward the end, or I don't know, I'll repeat it at the end if I need to. But this is the last stream of Sound Equals Concept Remaster Live. We're going to hit all 5 tracks. Thank you. We're going to hit all 5 tracks, ideally, tonight. That'll be all 15 tracks of Sound Equals Concept Remaster done. I'll keep working on them on my own, and with luck, they'll be out eventually. So you can look forward to that if you want. I will be stopping my streaming schedule then for a while, but that isn't to say that I'm not going to stream again, because I'd like to. I think when there's a project that lends itself to streaming, that will be a consideration. I had considered doing a second run through all of these tracks since I didn't finish all of them, but I thought it would be better to keep the schedule shorter so that there's, like, I don't want to waste people's time, basically. And I think I would rather have everyone come to one stream where I work on, like, the most important parts, and then the rest I work on my own, which I would do anyway, rather than, like, stream forever and ever, but I don't really do much for each one. So, that's a long story short. I'm going to stop, but not forever. And when there's another project I want to work on, I will let you know. Hang around on the channel, and I'll have announcements and stuff. So, yeah, I think that answers the question, I hope. Plus, I may do some one-offs if I ever need to, but again, though, I'll do announcements and lead up and stuff, so stay tuned if you're interested. Thank you for asking. Speaking of, where were we? The kick. Okay, yeah, so the rhythm of this is a little bit weird, so... Doesn't sound right now. Is it better this way? Yeah, it's not right either. Darn. Okay, we'll revisit that. Let's take a look at this bass. Yeah, we have to. So, what is this isolated? Just a simple bass line, but I think it fits with everything else. Echo one another? They're meant to, at least. What's going on here? Moving in thirds. I think our metrics are lining up the right way now. Oh, except this. This used to be like this. Or did it? Yeah, that's a good idea. I like teaching stuff. So remix and mashups. Actually, be kind of fun. I will double check YouTube's policy on, like, basically I don't want to get, like, copyright issues if I play mashups or remixes live, but I'm not trying to, like, stream it or anything, so I'll see what they'd like me to do for that, because, like, I will consider that. That's a good idea. Plus, I could even use my own stuff. It'd be a little weird to mash up 2 of your own songs, but yeah, I guess it's been done. Like, I guess I'm not thinking of it as, I'm thinking of it as a different thing, but there's some really cool mashups, like, if you're familiar with the Unplugged performance by 21 Pilots. That's a pretty cool thing. For Time, they like mash up a lot of their songs and cut bridges and intros and stuff and pair them together so they can play as many as they can in the time limit. So that would be cool. I'll consider that for sure. Yeah, I think that piano goes there. Yeah, and then this can fit here. Are those? What is going on there? Oh, it's a fade in. Gotta move the automation too. Drop it there. I think these go here. Yeah, there we go. And then grab those. And again, the actual production, the equalizing, I think it's actually pretty solid. You know, it's not perfect, but I think it's definitely workable. So I am going to. I think it's probably more interesting. The drums. Let's take a look at the harmonies, just to see how it's going. So, we can see we're in a diatonic scale. Well, we can actually look at all of it, just to make sure. Yep, diatonic scale. It looks like we're starting on E, but we go to C and walk down to G. So this could be like a G mixolydian, but probably makes more sense as C major. Let's actually look at the chords. So right there we have that's okay, so that's pretty weird because as we use the fourth degree, that would make this. That actually means we're starting. Oops. Starting on a tritone. Specifically, a diminished chord. But are we really? Let's try this. Is it actually like a Lydian sound? That's really weird. Is it more likely we're actually on a G chord and just not playing the root? That's it. Okay, cool. And then we move down to what's probably an F chord. So G, F. That's like a 5/4 in major. And we're playing it. D. Would it sound better on G? Or is it like a D6? This is confusing. I think we might just be playing harmonies here. And then we're playing a C. These could be 6 chords. You know what? I'm not gonna fumble around with it too much. Pretty high up. Let's just run with it. And then we actually have a walk down here. But this is more of a melody. We could consider it like a C11. That's actually weird. C11 over D. That's pretty, but probably not the chord that we're going for. So I'm going to consider this a melody. And then last chords of the song. Well, actually, are these the same chords? Yes. Piano's the same. Melody's the same. Okay. So how are these different? That's a good question. See, it's peaceful, but it's not chaotic enough. I think he might appreciate something proggier, like a little more like 11/16. You know what, let's just do that. I'm going to change project signature to 11/16. There we go. Okay, that won't make any sense. Oh wait, I did 4/16. I guess that's fine. No, 4/4 is better. Hello, hello, cat. Welcome. Okay, so you know what? I think maybe we'll like the next track, which we should actually move on to next. So let's just take a look at this harmony, which is sounds like a D minor. Yeah, that would actually track with what we've been doing before. So that would be the 2, the 3, the 2. So this is a very bridge kind of thing. And then that would be actually the 1. Yeah. So, sweet. Let's give it one final listen through. Ignore the dead space at the beginning. That we can trim out in post. Otherwise, I think we're all set. So let's take a listen through, and then we'll move on to the next track. Awesome. Okay, I've actually set it up. I think I can switch projects without losing everything. So, behind the scenes, here's this. Close that. And here we go. It's loading in. We're on the way. Over to our next track, which is Cog Theme. And I'm just going to make sure this comes through okay. Hey, we're actually in Cog Theme. It worked. I'm going to quickly change the text. Yeah, that should be better. I wonder if it updates live. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Hey, it does update live. I said this earlier, but that's probably my favorite out of Sound Equals Concept. Not to downgrade this one. You would this track you would recognize when I have an issue and have to go to my. You know what? I'll just do it now. Here it is. Except this has better reverb. So so that's weird. It's okay. Yeah, so this is Cog Theme. This is an odder one, but I like the melody. I like the harmony. It's simple, but it moves in just the right way. And then the end adds a lot of this one feels the most like Sound Equals Concept 1 that any track, I think. Okay, Town 2 theme. Besides Town 2 theme, after Sound Equals Concept 1, if that makes sense. Let's give it a listen through. There are a lot of tracks. I could probably stack those up. I'll do that as we listen. Okay, we have some crackling. I'm going to double check. Okay, you have a good ear. Makes for good music mixing. I think that is my logic going into my computer and then to your computer, and enough steps. There's a little bit of telephone going on. If that makes any sense. I've been trying to fix that to get a more direct signal, but hopefully you can get the gist. Maybe that's why it's better to do most of the actual remastering off camera, and mostly just be reworking parts right now. But good ear. Thank you for noticing. I cannot fix that at this time. But good to keep in mind for the future, because that would be nice to fix. So for Cog Theme, the main part of it is this piano riff, which is, it's on acoustic guitar too. It's just a little riff, but it's most of the song, as is a lot of Sound Equals Concept. The riffs are a big part of the song. Thank you. Yeah, it's it's been nice. Yeah, so we have our upright bass playing actually really high notes for upright bass. Even the harp is lower than that. And we have our drum machine, kind of an upbeat drum thing. I'll have you know, the original one had snares on the beats, or instead of like an offbeat snare, it's in like a, I was doing something. That's not the best sound. Like that kind of punk thing, which is cool, but I like that for like the end of a bar, but not usually for the main beat, just because it doesn't, it feels like it like stagnates the beat a lot, whereas I'd prefer it to like move forward the way it would with a more conventional like dance beat. Like once you go the other way, it kind of works, but it doesn't work the same way. So I changed it to be an actual dance beat, which is what I was aiming for like the sound of it. So let's take a listen to the beat quickly. Weird sounds out of this drum kit. Really weird beat, even in my opinion, and I wrote it. But I think it's cool. I think the highlight of it is just this little thing that comes in. Just a little syncopated thing, but I think that's what really makes it. You can see there's actually a snare still on the first beat, which is a little weird, but I think it kind of keeps that character, that original character. So I think the drums, let's actually listen to the drums. A few are a little bit quiet. Like even when what am I hearing? Oh, I'm hearing this kid. Just a little hat. I think it's actually okay. And then what do I see that the drum part actually changes up over here. So what's going on over here? What is going on? Is that like... Oh, it's just a really, really low hat. Yeah, these hats are very quiet. Should we turn this kid up a little bit? Oops. I like that. I don't think I can do the snare on the beat. quiet again. Got to check my automation. Where are we marked for automation? Right here. Oh, it turns up. But it should stay up, I think. Oh, come on. Why do I do this to myself? Way too many automation points. Luckily, I'll just mark it in one spot. You know what? I could actually just get rid of all of these. They're all going to be at 5.5. And then I'll just put it at 5.5. And that probably won't come back to haunt me. There we go. Okay, drums are looking shape. Let's take a look at our bass. We have an upright, actually two upright basses, left and right, that are due with the bass line. It's a pretty simple one. That's not on the one. It's supposed to flam? Oh, I think it is. Looks like we're going from D to G. Probably a 1-4. Knowing myself. That's a spooky motion. That's fun. I want to turn these up a little bit. They're very quiet. 5.5 work. Oh, there it goes. Automation again. We're just going to spend our whole stream hanging out in the automation area. That's okay, this is a nice enough area. I think. And then it goes back down. 5.5. 5.6 technically, but it's close enough. And I'm just gonna keep it there. Did I really mark every single one of these? How dare I? Oh well. 5.5. Hey, we got a precise 5.5. That doesn't always happen. And then it goes. Okay, so how is this? I want this all the way up now, which means I'm going to have to reset all of these, but I don't mind. I think our bass line is worth it. You know what? This could actually be quieter here. You know what? You know what? I think... Hang on. I wanted to follow this string line. Lost my selection. And they're not that panned. We can leave it centered. Trim that there. Trim that there. Cut it. Paste it. down to 5.5, like the intro. This goes back up. Nice bass. Let's actually just grab this, put it there. This will, and that's okay. But then at this point, we'll make sure these hit the maximum. So they're actually not marked. So we'll have to mark it. There. There we go. Want this beat to go out, kind of. I guess it kind of does. Never mind. I think that works. Let's take a look at the harmonies. Actually, I like the panning. I actually could use a little bit of width, but we'll see about that. Here's that same record scratch. I think I showed this before. Really subtle. And then there's like just a random texture in here. Kind of actiony, just to make it more off kilter. So what key are we in? I think it's D major. Yeah, it looks like D major. A D major. D Mixolydian. Glad I double checked. D G. Okay, that could just be G major. It's more likely it goes from V5 to, I think the chords are the same here. 5, 1. Okay. So it isn't a 1-4, it's a 5-1, which is the same thing. Kind of. Functionally the same thing. We have chords on harp. Yeah, so hang on, I thought we started on D. That's a D. Oh, hang on, that could be a 3 chord. What all do we play here? That could be a B minor with a 3rd in the bass. And this sounds more like I have a 7 chord. Yeah, so a G7. G major 7 in particular, not a dominant 7. But, oh, and that 7th degree is the low note, which gives it kind of a somber feel. Oh yeah, it did the randomized sort of thing, like the humanized setting. Whoops. Now, think this is all the same thing, and then this gets a little bit weird. go to, what is this? Looks like a G minor 6? G minor 6? Yeah. Wait, what's the opposite of that? Because that could also be a D sharp. Okay, so that's like, that's a weird chord for the key. And then we have D Phrygian. We're not going to bother with that. Those are just dissonant chords. That's not really in relation to anything. Those are just dissonant chords. Then we go into this. How do these even move? I'm going to put them into C so we can see. No pun intended. Yeah, so those are pretty chromatic. A major third, a tritone, a different major, a fourth, different tritone. Yeah, so those are just more dissonances. We have our melody down there. Our textures come in, and then let's just see what's going on here. These aren't voice led. I like voice leading. Let's start with this joining all of the repeated notes. Those actually don't repeat. I think for something else, I would mess around with them more, but I think they're good as is, actually. So we'll just leave it there. Let's see what's going on here. We have a drone bass note of D. We are kind of in D, Mixolydian. Depends on how you want to see it. Or you could just be playing fifths. And then that's a thorny chord to play over D. As is that. I'm not going to try to figure this out. These are more just dissonant chords. I like this melody, though. Let's see what this is doing. Let's solo this. More dissonances. Hear a tritone in there. Okay, so we have... climbing up a chromatic. That's a tritone. So this is probably like... I'm not going to figure this out effectively. Weird motions in there, and then it goes into this. Which I don't think changes significantly from the other ones. But the drum beat changes, which gives it a lot more energy, and the bass changes. So that's cog theme. I think we're set to move on, so let's give it a listen through. Here's cog theme. Pretty similar, but I think a little bit better. Okay, I'm not going to change it, but I just want to hear how cool it would sound if we drop this out at this moment. Then we need another element to come in there, but that would be pretty, like a redecorate kind of thing. Okay, moving on. This one is going to be weird, significantly weird. And you know what? I think we're ready for it. We've warmed up. You know, we got started with cloud theme with a really easy one. We jumped into cog theme, a little more challenging. This is the final boss of editing stuff. Get ready. Okay, so here we are. This is haunted theme. Right off the bat, we have a lot of tracks. Whoa, that's very small. Didn't mean to do that. Zoom in. Yeah, a lot of, okay, not that many tracks. We have a lot of strings, a lot of movements, some weird elements. This is basically all haunted theme is. It's this part, in my mind at least. It will play in a moment. Switching tracks slows things down a little bit. Really cool chords. They're cool in that they're like weird. They're chromatic medians. So you can see they wouldn't really fit in a scale or in a conventional diatonic scale. So that's why they're really kind of otherworldly. Let's give it a listen through before I get into too much of it. Whoops. Okay, that's haunted theme. You can tell that I was interested in it because it actually didn't color code anything properly. You know, we'll just go with how it is. It's actually color coded decently already. So there's no mid-range tracks, which there are. So it goes between a bunch of different movements. I had a particular image in mind for this. It's a particular scene in a show that this fits with. It's basically a night in a haunted house, and this part is an adventure. This part is like downtime, searching for clues. and then there's a build and an encounter. This is the encounter with the said haunter. And then it goes back into kind of a chase theme. The drums get pretty hyper, and then this is the final revelation of the song, basically. That the song is kind of built around is this final bit where the strings come in and everything happens. So this part, I'm gonna guess like a harmonic minor thing. Oh, and the sound is also based kind of off of "Haunted" by Evanescence. It's a pretty cool, spooky song. It's different. Actually, the All of Fallen is kind of an inspiration for this one track. Especially like the drum, like the really crushed out drums. I think of like My Last Breath. I love that intro with like the synths and stuff. Didn't quite capture it, but I guess that makes it unique. Or a little more unique. So let's take a look. G sharp. I think this is... Yeah, that's the tritone motion. We have this instrument called the Celestial Voices. I mean, I think that's just like the name of the preset. But it has a really cool sound to it. Kind of reminds me of like Finn Robertson soundtracks, something like that. That just the counter melody to the strings, and the piano comes in. Walking. It's a tritone, right? Yeah, walking down, pair of tritones back and forth. Very dissonant and spooky. There's a bass line, which let me just zoom a lot bit. That's a cool bass line. I want a little more bass actually on here. Don't know why it's so turned down. This should really just be one bass note. This is a drone. And this should follow this bass line. Let's take a look at these chords. A minor, F sharp minor. So it's also C minor, and it goes to A minor. So that's a chromatic median. It's back to A minor, and then same one, different. Not the same one. That says these are the same, right? Yeah, they're the same. Okay. That's F sharp major. Still a chromatic median. You'd normally have a flat 6 in minor. This is a natural 6, borrowed from major, if you want to think of it like that. Which means this bass line could actually be correct. That's really not. No, that is. That's exactly it. Which is weird because it's different earlier. That's okay. This is a cool riff. This took a long time to fix. This isn't my favorite passage of the song. I had a particular vision in mind, but I didn't really. I don't know exactly how to paint it out the right way, but it sounds nice and it works enough that I think it fits, and the rest of the song I think is good. So there's a little chromatic in there. Hey, another riff in probably E minor. I'd consider that to be E minor. Yeah, it's a minor third. Yes. Just a little chromatic walk down. And then it's bounced into these two. Or this is the original. Kind of an analog. I mean, it's called an analog synth for a reason. And then there are textures playing with it. So actually playing through distortion pedals. I don't mess around a lot with existing audio just because most of this is MIDI. So that was kind of a jaunt into that. Then we have more tritones. Can you believe it? Let's actually take a look at the drums at this point, because the drums are kind of cool, I think. Very large. That's a lot of drums for 2 hands. But I think you get the gist of it. Some little texture things. We have those celestial voices going, playing the same chords from later, so that kind of foreshadows that. The piano riff comes back. I really want to look at these. These are some of my favorite drums. There are a lot of drums in there, so these are very electronic drums. What are they actually on? Yeah, this major crush kit, and then a bunch of layers of other kits. So you'd need like 3 to 4 drummers for that to play that part. But honestly, I can consider breaking it down. I'll come back to it. This sounds very nice. I like this part. It comes back with more drums. Then we do this drum part again. We have a gong on the orchestral kit. Just once in the whole song, where that comes in. Octave bass. Sustain tail on the celestial voices. You know what? I think we can. I said that this would be like a very thorny track to work on. What I meant by that, apparently, is that we're just not going to change much because it's a lost cause. For it to feel live or for it to make sense, you know, it sounds the way it does, and that's how it works. And it's supposed to sound spooky, so we don't really have to understand it, you know? The unknown is the spookiest thing, so we're just tapping into that. However, let's work out what these drums are doing. All of these are just doing like ride stuff. So let's just drop those. Oh, wrong spot. Meant to do these. Okay, so let's just look at this. These aren't adding much because they're very quiet. I guess they're adding a little bit to the rhythm. So let's just listen to this isolated. I can barely hear those. I don't think they really are necessary. Neither are those. I can't hear those a lot at all. And then we have a snare down there. But no kick. Put a kick under this. Unless we have a kick elsewhere. Just like ride the kick. Not there. Okay, we'll skip the kick. So this is totally playable. It's just a tom and then snare. could play that. Okay, and then what do we have here? Kicks? Hand? Okay. Okay, so that's just layering the snare. We won't layer it too much though, so. I think we already have snares in that spot. Let's just put them all in one track. We're not actually going to use this. I like the unnerving nature of the existing track, so we'll keep it, but I just want to work out what these are supposed to be, so you know how you would play it. Yeah, there. And then we're just gonna get rid of one of each of those. Do you have a double kick somewhere? Not a double kick. A doubled up kick? It doesn't look like it. There we go. Okay, so still capable of playing that. Let's see what this is doing. Okay, so we have some more kicks elsewhere. Could play that too. Not terribly convenient. Okay, and then let's see what this is doing. That's really weird. It's just copying the other part. I think we have that on here. So just doing like a tom over the kick, which isn't really necessary. And then let's see what this does. Just layers the kick. It's okay to layer stuff up. Just so long as you can, the distinct sounds, it's okay if you do layering things where it doesn't sound live. But I want it to sound a little bit live, or else just for my own peace of mind. Because I want it to feel natural. Maybe not this one. This one doesn't really fit being too natural. Maybe a little bit supernatural. But I don't want it to feel off balance, basically. So this is really what the drum part is doing. Well, I guess we can listen to both, so you could hear the difference between our real drum part, I'm making air quotes that you can't see, and a drum part that's more produced and sounds more weird, but also good. So. And then here's our new one. So, not much of a difference, really. And there are some weird, like, synth sounds in there that are layered in, which don't really count since you sample those anyway. I don't know if I have much more to say for Haunted Theme. I will open it up to you. Do you have anything you think sounds off, or that we should try to fix in here? No. I'll just take a look through my here. I'll play it through for a last run, and if you have something that we think we should do, just let me know, and we'll try it. Otherwise, we can just move on to the next track, which I think has a lot going on, and there's a lot to look at, but probably not much to fix. It may be the best mixed out of sound equals concept 3, and probably out of sound equals concept. So that's coming up. Here is Haunted Theme. Alright, that's Haunted Theme. And it sounds like you think it's good for now. You know, there are always things to tweak, and you can pick around at like the subtleties of things forever and ever, but the point is like the actual structure of the song. That's the most important part, at least in my mind and for my music. Because there is some music where the production quality and the texture and all of those little things, that's a big draw for it. That's okay, and that's important too, to know what's important to your music. Oops. To isolate that and understand it. But and I think I do, but for mine it's more about the harmony and the rhythm and how like the song itself kind of comes through, whether it's well produced or not. Luckily, I think this one is decently produced. You can see, again, for my ordering system, or like for them to go in order, automatically you have to put it as 4 ones when technically it's XIV. Just don't say anything about that. It's not important. So here is Dance Theme, and as I said, this one is probably the best produced. That being said, maybe you'll change your mind after listening to it. It starts out with actually kind of a weird lo-fi bit, which I like. I liked it enough that I used it in my clips from last week leading up to this stream, which is nice. And then it jumps into like a really hi-fi part with like stuff going on. So, you know what, just listen to it and then I'll stop describing the song when I could just play it for you. No! All right, that's dance theme. There's a lot. You can see there are a lot of tracks in here. Actually, I'm curious to see what I did for bass. So let's just start with this intro part. We have a lot of radio static panned out to give it kind of the lo-fi sound. We have our drums, which are quite layered up. Dusty Memories is one of my favorite kits. It has a really, really interesting sound. It's messy and it's tinny and works really well in this kind of setting. It was a lot of the inspiration for doing a weird lo-fi part to a very dancey, synthy song. So really fun. Those are some of my favorite drums on the album. Then we have an upright bass playing the lead part. We have what looks like we're in maybe A minor. We have an A minor, and then, or that could be D minor. A to D, yeah, that would probably make sense. That's fun. That's a very D minor motion. And then we have a string and flute mellotron playing the lead, which is also a pretty lo-fi kind of sound. So that's fun. Same thing at the end. And then we jump into this part. So the drums in here, you can see there are a lot of stacked up drums. Drums are really fun. Let's take a look at them track by track. These have steady kick. Tom on the right. A hat on the right. Gonna guess hats on the left too. Tom. Ah! Thank you. Yeah, this one is fun. I pushed all the chord theory that I knew into this, and this is probably the closest to what my new music will sound like, if anyone's interested. So this is a ton of toms for like one player, so we're gonna pretend these are all layered up, and then let's actually listen to this part isolated. Really simple. The Prismatica kit is one of the best like basic drum kits, like electronic drum kits. I really like this snare on E. yeah. I wrote most of. I think I finished a whole class listening to someone else's stream. I think that listening to something in the background would be distracting, but I guess it is a constant reminder that if you're listening to something else, then that's doing something that it like reminds you that you're supposed to be doing something else, like your own thing at the same time. Yeah, this is close. It's still kind of up in the air. Here's the thing. I'm not quite. My new stuff is shaky enough that I would be paranoid that if I put out something like a teaser, that I would end up cutting it from my album because I like changed direction or something, and then I would feel bad that I put out a teaser, and then anyone who ends up being excited for it, if they are, will be like, but it was never there. It's like when they show a clip in a trailer that isn't actually in the movie. Like, where's that part? That was the coolest part. So I won't do that. Yeah, but this is basically a more of a range of styles, but kind of this like type and quality, hopefully, of arrangement and stuff. So here are the drums all together. Those two hits at the end are kind of fun. And then I'm going to thank my sister for this. She recommended it to me. And I think it kind of makes the arrangement of the song is doing this halftime thing. There's a downlifter. It's like that. That's really fun. I owe that all to her because she suggested it. And now we do a ton of that stuff in more songs. So I think this is a synth bass going, if I'm not mistaken. Whoa, should be closed. Side chain, not the best side chain, but it's okay. And what is this bass actually doing? It's kind of like a bass melody. It's probably going to the fifth, probably D, or in D minor. Okay, so 1, 7. Usually want to do fifths lower. 1. So is it like just 1, 7, 1, 7, maybe? We'll take a look at the chords, and that'll help clarify. And that comes in on piano, which is the same dark lo-fi piano from most of the album. With a nice delay on it. So this is just a really, really wide D minor. I was guessing that. Probably a C major. A minor. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so that's the 4. This is... Oh. Okay, so maybe this is kind of like a... This could be like the 3, a 3, 7. And what do we have here? Another D minor. So it kind of just bounces back and forth on this D minor chord. Between the 4/3/7 chord and the 1 chord, which is D. And then we go to G, which in D would be a major. Whoa, okay. I think we're in D Dorian, which is cool. It could also be the 2 chord in major or the 4 chord in minor that we're starting on, but I think we're in Dorian. That's fun. Okay, so let's look at these chords. What's this? Whoa, okay. Looks like we're still playing... That looks like kind of a D sus. That's a D sus too. It's saying it's something else. This isn't terribly reliable. It says, yeah. There's no F in this F major 7. No, this is a... Oh. No? D. Yeah, D sus 2. What do we have here? Looks like D minor. C. I said it wasn't terribly reliable, and now I'm just looking over there and reading off of it. It's okay. G over B. Those chords loop. That's that part. This dreamy air guitar is fun. This is just a distinct instrument. It has a nice sound. Kind of like a sitar sound. It's nice to layer in. And we actually have the guitar playing, I think, really flanged. For the last chorus. I'll come back to that later. We have our super saw. Classic super saw is a pretty awesome instrument. And then we have another part of the lead. I'll look at that harmonically in a moment. We have another part of the lead. Like the low attack on that. And then we have the piano part. So we'll play the lead all together. And I think these are all playing in unison or octaves. Yep, in unison. So just different textures to like fill out different parts. They're panned out, so that helps. And what are we actually doing with this melody? F, so that's the third in D. Third, fourth, third, fourth, 1. Very simple. And then we do a little walk up. It does a little bend, just for a little bit of color. Goes into this part, which is kind of fun too. This is a fun song. I like it. Yeah, it goes between 1 and 7 and 1 and a little melody. That's most of the song. Those working together. So this is actually kind of fun. I'm going to put on loop. Let's play the loop. I'm just going to isolate different tracks to build it together. Oh, we have a 16th note hats too. I'm going to isolate actually just this part. Oh yeah, so the high-rise pluck is doing attack bass, or like high attack bass, and the superstar is doing more of like a swell in bass part. I'm not going to play it over again just because it's exactly the same as before. I think dance theme sounds the way it's supposed to sound, and we'll just leave it like that. And, you know, for this one, you can just see behind the scenes and maybe take away something if you're interested in something in there. And hopefully that was cool, if not productive. Better than it not being very good and then not being productive. If it's just like kind of set as is, I'll take that as a win. Moving on to the final track and the final remaster of Sound Equals Concept Remaster Live, we have Race Theme. I didn't actually talk about the dance part. That's it's an odd part of the story, but it's sort of an illusion, and the race is away from that dance, a dance of eternity, and the ghost plays into things. And anyway, here we are. This is race theme. This is it's not a sometimes the coolest things are born out of trying to imitate something, and then if you like not doing it right, and then when you don't do it right, you just end up making up something that's different but cool. This is my imitation of Eurobeat, which I quite enjoy. I even tried editing it along the way to make it more Eurobeat inspired, and it doesn't sound quite right for a Eurobeat song, but I think it's cool. It's pretty fast. Almost all of the tracks on Sound Equals Concept are 120 BPM. This one's 160, so a little bit higher. Eurobeat stuff can get up into like 200-ish. But this one's really fun. It has a lot of motion in it. It has some nice guitar work. You could actually look at the guitars. Again, this one is produced better. It has actually like real bass in it, so that's nice. Let's take a look. Or listen. Start with a listen, and then take a look. Still loading. There are a lot of tracks in this one. Whoa! Okay, here we go. This may take a moment. This may take a few moments. This may take a lot of moments. This may take all the moments. I don't know how many moments it will take. Okay, we're gonna take it from the top. I like this particular bass line. Octave bass for me is not very fun to play, but it's very fun to listen to. I think part of it is that I play pick style, and fingerstyle bass. I think it's a lot easier to play octaves, whereas because if you use multiple fingers, then you can like splay them over different strings. If you play pick style, there's just one pick, so you have to kind of bounce between them. I do it often, but I really like the sound of octave bass, but I don't like playing it, so probably wouldn't like playing this one. Okay, trying again. Let's do it. Oh, now it's not playing anything. That's strange. Normally you can't hear me. Now I can't hear me. That is peculiar. Let's see what I can do. I had this issue. For some reason, all of my channel strip inputs got set to like nothing, completely without even going into the channel strip, which was weird. Just seemed like that's the issue. I think this may take a moment. I'm gonna bounce back to dance theme and then come back to race theme. You know, I bet it's the Curse of Haunted theme. We kind of brushed over it. We didn't fix it too much, and now is haunting us and messing with race theme, so that we have to go back to it and work on it more because we shorted it out on time. I'm sorry, I wanted to give it time in the spotlight, but I cheaped it out, and now we're paying the price. You know, and now I'm starting to regret building on that old burial site. Guess we'll see what happens with that. I tried so hard to set up my stream so that I could switch between tracks, but I may have to restart Logic, which means I'm going to have to go back to the old application thing, which is not the most conducive, and then that'll take more time. Oh well. We're in for a long haul anyway. Although, we're making pretty good time. We're on to our last track. I forget when I wrote Race Theme. It was kind of in the middle. I've had it around for a while and had several kind of Eurobeat inspired demos floating around, and this was kind of a prevalent one in my mind, and I thought that it really fit in a weird way, because a lot of Sound Equals Concept 3 just fit with the rest of Sound Equals Concept in its sound, but I think it's like its direction does and its approach. So, if that makes any sense. That they fit together the way that they're arranged and how and structured, basically. But they all sound very different, including from one another. Sound Equals Concept 2, in my mind, is kind of like a that's like kind of the rock record, whereas Sound Equals Concept 1 is like the acoustic record, and then this one is like the electronic record, and you can kind of hear that on the first two with like electronic drums. Those are more like chill, Timon Wells based things, a little more like Sound Equals Concept 1, and then these last two are very dancey and hyper, and then Haunted Theme just kind of goes in the middle. I guess that's a little bit like Sound Equals Concept 2, but it's just, that one is also a bit of an outlier. But, you know, the story fits together, and I think that the individual tracks are good, and, you know, it's better than lacking dynamics between them, having potentially too much dynamics. But, you know, I guess then there's something for everyone. So let's see if this will work again. Starting it over will hopefully work. I'm going to quit Logic. Must just be too much to run the stream in Logic. Plus, I've opened a bunch of these, so I'm going to close that and then make a new input. Thank you for your patience. You know, I could go to my like AFK screen, but I'm also just still here talking. But that means I have to find something interesting to say, and I'm kind of out of material. So, how are all of you? How are you doing? Are you enjoying the stream? And do you have any questions? I'm always open to answering questions if you have them, and if I can answer them. Like, I'll try to, but I can't promise I'll have an answer. I'll promise I'll have an answer, but I don't know if it'll be a good one or an accurate one. Ah, we have Logic. Hey, and it's still synced. Hey, it's still synced! I didn't think that would happen. I should have done this a long time ago. Oh well. Alright, let's pull up Race Theme. It's on its way, starting up. There's an exciter in the track. Can't say I know exactly what that does. That's like a technical thing. It's not terribly technical, but it sounds like it would fit with the track, so I'm just excited that it's in there. Okay, let's try it again. Hopefully you can hear this still. Well, it's just refusing to play. Anything. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna double check. Oh, you know, this is part of the process. Digging around in your settings. Yep. Thanks a lot, Zoom audio device. I don't have Zoom open. Being sarcastic to my computer. I don't have Zoom open. I didn't want to sync to that when I was listening through my headphones that are wired into the computer. I was going to say that I was being sarcastic again, but I think that was just being scathing. Hey, but this should be the fix. Then we could listen again. Imagine if just some Zoom meeting out there is just randomly listening to my music through the airwaves. Like, where is that music coming from? Okay, here we go. Yay! Can you hear this? I may need to do a new audio setup. Drat. Might as well. You know, I think I've done like every individual fix I've needed to do throughout the past months. I think I've done every one tonight, so it fits for a long stream. That I'll do a long bit of fixing stuff. Okay, drop that in, delete the old one. Let's see how we can do here. Well, that's annoying. Let's try this again. Don't worry, I am a professional streamer, so I will do this flawlessly for my next. Not even gonna finish that. All right, dragging it in. Hang on. Yep. I didn't sync it to Logic. I synced it to my writing document. That's I'm not playing audio out of my writing document. Okay, third time is the charm. This is annoying. For the life of me, I cannot get audio. Let's see, is there like a nuclear option to try? Like, what if I just turned my microphone up so high that, or like my microphone's sensitivity up so high that you can just hear it like through my computer? That would be like the best option, right? Now? here's race theme. At last. Okay. Finally, we have race theme. So I think it sounds good. I think the bass really pushes it forward, and I think the guitars give it some grit. The synths do a lot of work too. So we started on a harp line, which is not uncommon for Sound Equals Concept, but it changes up pretty quickly. Have it panned out to either side. You can see there are a lot of tracks in here, layered up for a lot of volume. There are better ways to get volume, but you know, layering is one. So it's kind of foreshadowing the main lead. It looks like what key are we in? Yeah, so a little chromatic in there. Kind of a, I'm gonna guess it's sort of a blues note, or used as a blues note. We have our after party kit, our old friend comes in, and then we have some keys and some guitar, and then it jumps into like kind of a down chorus early on, when the drums are pretty low and the rhythm elements aren't going very quickly. So let's actually just close these up and then listen to them isolated. Here is our drum part. Spoiler alert, we probably won't be editing too much in this one because this one sounds pretty good. I'd love to get live guitar on some of these and live bass eventually, but I am not good enough of a musician to record them to the level where they would match the MIDI in like quality. So maybe someday, not yet. I think that this works well enough for what I'm going for. So here's our drum part. Pretty simple. A little more energy. These are all electronic drums. Toms. And then here's our build up with kick. On the hat for the hyper hit. Surf beat. And that's the gist of the drums. Here's our bass line. I bounced it for clarity, but this is it. More active bass. There's a bass line. Let's listen to it with the drums. Let's listen to this part with the drums. Pretty fun. Right? And then we have our harp playing just like single notes throughout here. Just for a little bit of color. Kind of an odd harmony. We'll look at the melody. That really brings in a lot of the harmony. A lot of weird notes, but I think it works. Chords. Let's see what's going on here. We have a C sharp. I'm going to guess we might be in C sharp. A C sharp. A G, which would be the 3. But a C sharp minor, 3 major, C sharp minor, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 3, 1, 5. Yeah. Okay, so that's our guitar part. Oh, and there are some eighths going. Eighth notes, I mean. And what are we actually doing here? Oh, they're doing octaves. And this is on the 5. So we get a nice little dissonance in here. Let's actually take a look at what we're doing. So we're playing the 5th of that chord. We're going to the 3. So the 5 in the 3 is the 3rd. Oh. Or am I wrong? I could be wrong here. Let me see. No, C sharp. Yeah, so we're playing a 3rd, so that's a little bit of dissonance, especially for such high gain. And then we do the same 5th, then we do the 1st. So just a little dissonance on that bit. It's kind of pretty, I think. To add to that, and then we have our lead guitars going too. 2 parts playing in unison. It's kind of fun. Guitars actually sound pretty good for being MIDI, if I do say so. Piano stabs, just for a little extra texture. Same dark lo-fi piano as the rest of the album. And then mutant keys. These are our favorite synth. It's a pretty reliable synth that fits with a lot of different things. Then they do proper chords. I think they were doing they're doing fourths, inverted. Yeah, same chords as earlier. Then we're on to the big part. What are we doing here? This is a weird keyboard part, but this is like I guess what the song needed was like a weird 70s keyboard solo. So that's what I did. C. We have E. We have D. None of which fit in C. C sharp. This has to have a blues note in here. Yep, that's a wide chromatic. So just kind of jamming on different things. And we're playing actually a different bass part under this. That's fun. Sweet. Okay, and then we have all of these come in. So our mutant keys, these are bounces for extra texture. So what is going on here? So right off the bat, we have a chromatic in that we're using what the heck? Okay, I don't know what's going on here because I think okay, C sharp. We're in C sharp major. Is this C sharp major? Because this sounds pretty minor. Okay. Things are getting tricky. This looks like C sharp major. And we can find out. Let's just grab a C sharp and drag it down. And that's okay, so that might be the 7 in major. That's really weird. What does that make this? The one. No, that's just the 1. No, I'm overcomplicating things. Let's listen to this again. Hey, that's the same tritone as a haunted theme. I didn't realize that. It goes where is it? Haunted theme goes like, and race theme goes like, oops. Same motion. That's fun. Another chromatic. So those are some fun colorful notes that we can add in to give it a little bit of, it gives it dissonance, but it also gives it like flavor. And I actually hear this, I hear the melody differently with the rest of the instrumentation. Not in this part. I don't hear this note in there, so it sounds like this. In my mind. And then now we're throwing in that goodness. Many chromatics. So now we're doing like fourths. That actually fits with the chord. Just throwing everything at it. So let's just listen to this lead together. Very distorted It should sound horrible, but it slots in with the rest of things. Do a little rhythm stop over here too, which is fun. With a build up. That probably would have been better with a little bit of tom on there. But yeah, that's everything to the track. The arrangement isn't crazy. This part is supposed to be kind of like a verse, but it doesn't really match with the other parts. So it kind of just moves between parts, but this is clearly the chorus. It goes from like a down chorus into a chorus, chorus, chorus. Usually it's easier to tell where the chorus is when you have lyrics. When you don't have lyrics, it's a little bit harder to tell. But I write things kind of in that mindset. So, yeah. Is there, I think that's really all to see for race theme. I really like the sound of it already. Again, the guitars could be tuned up a little bit, but I think it's okay. I will open things up to you all. Do you have any questions? And is there anything you would like to see in Sound Equals Concept? Any of the files, anything you'd like to revisit, or anything you'd like to check out. And it's okay if not, because we have gone through all of them. But I don't expect to be live for a little bit, so if you have any questions, I would recommend asking them now. I won't. Okay, I'm going to spoil it. Even though the streams are ending, if you want to keep up to date, for anyone who doesn't know, I do album recommendations every week on my posts part. If you don't know where that is, on your YouTube channel, if you switch to like videos or shorts or live streams, there's one for posts or like community. I think it's called posts now. Every week on Friday, I do a post, so that's coming up. This week, I did A Rush of Blood to the Head by Coldplay, which is an album I like. So check those out if you want to stay up to date. And stay tuned if you like these and if you'd be interested in more of them, because I'd really like to come back to streaming. Just, I want to come back with, like, something worth streaming. Not, like, to make it more of an event than, just hanging out, which is okay, but I think that I have things that are better worth your time. Better worth mine. Thank you. And I have new music on the way. Don't hold your breath on it, because it may be a little bit. But I've been working on some stuff. I think it's pretty... I think that Sound Equals Concept has informed its improvement along the way. So if you like my music so far, I think you'll like my new stuff, although it is a little bit different, so maybe you won't. But I think it's cool, and it has a lot of dynamics and a lot of changes, and is also a little more pop sensible. So if you like that too, stay tuned. Thank you everyone for coming. To everyone who's been here every week, or most weeks, it means a lot, and just knowing that I'm not shouting into the void is nice. So thank you very much. And if this is your first time or an infrequent time, you're always welcome. And I will encourage you to come back if you've enjoyed it, because even though Sound Equals Concept Remaster Live is ending tonight, my channel for sure isn't, I promise. If you've liked these remasters, come back. I will put them out. Thank you. I will put out the remaster in time. I'm gonna break my schedule of doing everything June 1st, because that's... The remaster could come out in June 1st, but I'm going to make sure that it's all like really ship-shape before I put it out. So thank you all for the progress on this. It helps a lot. I think we've made some really good progress and made some really thoughtful choices and changes to Sound Equals Concept that will make it a lot better. I'm going to tweak a lot of things on my end too with putting it out and the distribution side of it, so that YouTube's spoon in the pot doesn't add too much that doesn't muddies things. So thank you all for your contributions, for your questions, for your advice, and just for being here. And I hope that you'll enjoy the remaster when I properly release it. Until then, you can check out... I have my existing music. I also have Nymeria Stone out, if anyone's familiar with that. If not, you could check it out too. Thank you so much, and have a great night. And see you later. Maybe a little bit later. But but I'll be back, don't worry.